Innovation imposters, here is your wake-up call. Kodak invented the digital camera in 1975 and then spent 30 years protecting film technology until they filed bankruptcy in 2012. They literally invented the future and then ignored it to death because their innovation echo chamber convinced them that incremental improvements to dying technology were revolutionary breakthroughs. That is not innovation. That is institutional insanity dressed in a three-piece suit. Hello, I am Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin, CEO of Stagnation Assassins, and the executive director of the Stagnation Intelligence Agency. As always, this will be a fast-paced, bold, in-your-face episode where we will help teach all the aspiring stagnation assassins out there how to declare war on stagnation. If you have issues with celebrating minor improvements while missing massive disruptions, in this podcast, you will discover how companies create echo chambers that amplify mediocrity, why systematic orthodoxy smashing beats incremental innovation, and how King Arthur flour transformed from commodity to premium through sequential assumption destruction. Picture this pathetic pattern of self-deception. Companies gather their smartest people in conference rooms. They congratulate each other on tiny tweaks and convince themselves that they are innovation leaders while their industry transforms around them. I've seen this innovation insanity infect entire industries. There was this automotive company that spent 5 years making their navigation system 10% faster, while Tesla was reimagining the entire driving experience. They held innovation celebrations for shaving 2 seconds off boot time, while their competitor made cars that updated themselves overnight like iPhones and drove themselves around town. The echo chamber effect is eerily effective at eliminating external reality. Internal presentations showcase cost reductions, efficiency improvements, and feature additions, all improvements to products that nobody wants anymore. It's like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic and calling it naval innovation. KODAK'S CATASTROPHE captures this perfectly. Throughout the 1990s, they celebrated innovations like faster film processing and better color reproduction and more convenient packaging. Meanwhile, the entire world was going digital, using technology that Kodak invented. Their innovation teams were so busy high-fiving themselves over film improvements they couldn't hear the funeral march for their entire industry. Here's how echo chambers eliminate external input. Everyone involved has incentives to agree. The innovation team wants to justify their existence. Executives want good news to share. Board members want to believe their strategy works. It becomes a conspiracy of comfortable consensus, where challenging voices get silenced or ejected. I heard about a retail chain whose innovation team celebrated creating a new store layout that improved traffic flow by 8%. They spent about $2 million on R&D and implementation. Same year, Amazon grew their grocery division by 200% through grocery delivery. They were optimizing physical stores while customers were actually abandoning physical stores. But here's the really repulsive result. Echo chambers don't just miss innovations. They actively resist them. When someone suggests something truly different, the antibodies attack. That's not how we do things. Our customers don't want that. We tried something similar to that back in 1987. The echo chamber becomes an isolation chamber, protecting the company from progress. Another company I know created an innovation index that measured patent applications, R&D spending, innovation workshop attendance. Scores went up every year. It was great. The only problem is revenue declined, market share shrank, and startups stole their customers. They were measuring innovation activity instead of innovation impact. The research reveals the wreckage. Companies in echo chambers are about 70% more likely to be disrupted by outsiders. Why? Because outsiders don't hear the echo. They only hear the opportunity. While insiders celebrate incremental improvements, outsiders create industry transforming changes. It is time to shadow the echo chamber with systematic orthodoxy smashing. Stop asking, how can we improve, and start asking, what if everyone is wrong? Method cleaning products mastered this mindset. The orthodoxy said eco-friendly cleaners wouldn't work or couldn't work, as well as harsh chemicals. So instead of making marginally better green products, they questioned everything. Result, plant-based formulas that worked better than traditional cleaners in design-forward packaging, and they built a $100 million brand by refusing to listen to the echo. King Arthur's flour transformation teaches the sequential breakthrough technique. First, they broke the flour as a commodity orthodoxy by creating premium products in the flour category. That success revealed another orthodoxy. Flour companies just sell flour. So they started selling expertise and recipes, education, community. Each broken orthodoxy revealed new opportunities, creating cascading innovation. Create your orthodoxy hit list. Sacred cows marked for slaughter. One software company listed their industry's 10 commandments. Enterprise software must be complex. Customers need extensive training. Implementation takes months. They systematically violated each one, creating a product that disrupted their entire market. Anti-echo chamber practices prevent comfortable consensus. Hire people from failing industries. They've seen what doesn't work. A medical device company hired executives from a decimated retail industry, people who'd lived through disruption, brought paranoia, and prevented complacency. Pattern recognition from other industries shadow echo chambers. By ignoring these echo chambers, you can create huge market disruptions. The 7 laws of orthodoxy smashing accelerate innovation. Hidden opportunities lie behind accepted beliefs. Customer truth shows which orthodoxies need smashing. Resistance increases with orthodoxy age. The longer the orthodoxy is there, the more likely it is to be false. Market timing matters. Competitors will deny, dismiss, and then copy. Smashing one orthodoxy reveals others, and today's innovation becomes tomorrow's orthodoxies. But here's the counterintuitive catalyst. Small teams smash orthodoxies better than big ones. Large groups create their own echo chambers. A 2-person team at Trader Joe's created more retail innovation than entire committees at major chains. Less consensus, more courage. External perspective prevents echo chamber formation. One company requires every innovation team to include someone who's never worked in that industry. Fresh eyes see the absurdities that experienced eyes accept. An outsider asked, why do banks close at 5 p.m. when people get off work? Simple question. Industry-changing implications. Now, as always, remember, visit tatagopian.com for some awesome free content on slaying stagnation, or go straight to the source and visit the world's largest stagnation slaughterhouse at stagnationassassins.com. Make sure to sign up for updates on both, follow me on socials, buy our books, do all the things. But most importantly, tune in next time as we continue to declare war on stagnation. Now today, though, your echo elimination assignment is to list 5 truths everyone in your industry accepts. Now imagine a competitor who believes the opposite of each one. What would they build? How would they win? This week, test one opposite assumption in a small way. When you see how wrong everyone can be, you'll never trust industry consensus again. So what orthodoxy are you brave enough to smash first? Thanks again, folks. See you next time.